What year was this? 2002? This woman been on the Maury show so much that she dates all the way back to 2005. How you out here searching for your baby daddy since 2005? She brought 11 different men on the show. I don't even know 11 men. How is that even possible? Are you out of your mind? I didn't even think 11 men existed in this world. How she slept with them? Answer that question to me. And she still don't even know who the baby dad is. The year is 2021. The video quality is high definition. She been looking for her baby daddy for 1080p was even existed. Are you out of your mind?
Man up and take out my responsibility. I'm a man up and take out my responsibility.
How you gonna man up? And you still living with mama?
It don't matter.
Why is she trying to play him like living with the mom is such a bad thing? Why they keep acting like that's a bad thing?
Hey, it wasn't a problem when I slept with you, baby.
That is true. It wasn't a problem when they was doing the nasty. Now all of a sudden he needs to grow up. Look at this girl. She tried to play my boy, but he hit that Uno reverse. He hit that Uno reverse.
In the case of 4-year-old Sade.
You are the father. You want to baby that boy?
You are not.
She trying to think which guy she slept with 4 years ago.
Okay, so today we are bringing you an episode of Maury after the results. Actually, this show is 15 years in the making. This next woman is one of our most unforgettable guests of all time. Her name is Tilia.
Oh, look at her.
Tilia appeared on the Maury show 9 times.
Jeez.
Tested 11 men in an effort to establish the paternity of her. 11
men. And that's just for one child to figure out. We're not talking about her whole roadmap of what she been out here getting into. None of these men wore the Jimmy Mac. None of them had to. She didn't ask y'all to.
Establish the paternity of her then 4-year-old daughter, Sade. So take a look at her compelling journey that began 15 years ago.
No way.
I'm desperately trying to find my daughter.
This been going on for 15 years?
You are not.
Oh!
Larry, you are not.
15 years. 3 men, she said no. What?
I'm trying to make a career out of trying to find my baby daddy.
You are not.
What is up with him? Why you even let him do anything with you acting like that? Look at this man.
You are not.
Oh, look at these men.
Not.
No.
You are not.
No, she brought 2 men up there at the same time. Look at them, they high-fiving each other. Oh, she can't even walk no more.
God punishing me. I don't know what mistake I made, but I think he punishing me.
In the case of 4-year-old Sade.
Get up.
Will, you are not.
I feel like this Maury fault. At one point, you should just start lying. Like, at a certain point, you just gotta lie for it. Just lie, Mark.
You are not.
I feel like she know the backstage better than Maury, how much she been back there talking about, like, girl, calm down.
I've always said about Tilia that she was one of the most courageous guests we've ever had because she continued no matter what, even through humiliation and embarrassment, she came back trying to find the father of her daughter.
That is insane.
Guess what? Telia has returned. Welcome her to the show. Here's Telia.
You see how he said she returned? He ain't say she found him. She still don't know who the kid dad is. That is, what about the kid?
Look, great. Have you been able to find the father or not?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes, I
And Sharday is now 18.
have. Yes.
At least you found him when he don't gotta pay child support. Lucky for him, right? He ain't had to be there. He never had to pay.
All right. So, as you can tell, you know, Telia, you've admitted that you had made a lot of mistakes back in the day.
A lot.
You better tell everybody
That's
that
what we
your
calling it.
struggles with paternity did not just end with Sharday.
No, it actually didn't, Mari.
Wait, what
you
do you
have
say?
A 21-year-old daughter
Yes.
named Atlantis.
Yes.
And she is unsure who her biological
Yes. Yes.
How you been just sleeping around for all these decades?
that a DNA test today
Yes.
might prove that a man named D is Atlantis' father.
Yes.
And he's a very special guy, this D.
Yes,
isn't
he
he?
is.
Right?
Yes.
Tell me
yes.
about him.
I've been knowing him over 20 years, and one day I was like strolling down Facebook, and I happened to see him. I was like, I've been looking for him. I think that's my daughter's father.
You told him about Atlantis?
Didn't tell him at first.
How can you even do that with men? Like, how could you even do that with a group of people? You just could scroll through Facebook. I did sleep with him before. Ew, what are you talking about, bruh? How can you just... Oh, I remember this person from high school. Oh, yeah, this person grew up on the block with me. Her... I did do the nasty with this one. Look at that. We had a wild night, didn't we? Let me see. He might be the dad. Let me get his DNA.
I didn't tell him. Like about 2 months into us going out, he invited me to come live with him because he knew I was burnt out.
45, 44.
Burnt out.
He said, so whether I am or not, I'll help you with your kids.
And so for the past 2 years, he is the father
He been
figure
there,
for her. Before we meet D, listen to what he feels about in terms of being Atlantis' father.
I'm here today to find out if Atlantis is really my biological daughter. My family think that Atlantis and I are twins, but I think she looks a lot like my other daughters. So within the past 2 years, I have been the only father that Atlantis ever known.
Lucky
She even
her.
calls me Pop. She never had a dad in her life, but I want to be that for her. We just need a paternity test for closure. But no matter what, I'm going to continue being Atlantis' dad.
That's a nice guy. That is very nice. Look at him. Look at him, chat. How many times I gotta tell you, it's always the bald-headed guys. The bald-headed guys can't steer you wrong. If he bald, you trust him.
So that's your girl no matter what.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, they're already in your home.
Look at that.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't want her living with nobody else, so, you know.
Here's your girl. One way or another, here's your girl. Here's Atlantis. Atlantis, go on.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Look at that
Help her,
smile.
Mari. Help her.
Wow.
Look at
Got
that.
a smile like your mother. Look at that.
Ew, don't tell her that.
Okay, let's talk about the bad part first. Growing up without a father.
I have friends and they always would go out with their fathers and I would just be sitting there like, okay, where's my father? So
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with this man?
I love this man. This is my road dog.
Yeah.
Basically, you want me to put a birth certificate to the relationship.
Yep.
Why would they go on Mari? You can't trust him. They're gonna go on Mari. You cannot trust Mari for anything.
When it comes to 21-year-old Atlantis, D, you are not.
You ain't gonna run. You ain't gonna scream. You ain't gonna holler.
Right, it don't matter.
Guess what? You've got a father figure in your life. That's all you have. I've got a child in my family, right? I'm not the birth father. He is my son, and this is your father.
Yes.
Okay?
My question is, what happened to her finding a father for the 19-year-old daughter? Because she skipped her and just went to the 21-year-old, still got it wrong. How you gonna scroll through Facebook talking about, oh yeah, He could be the biological dad. What? What are we talking about here, bro? Y'all nasty. How can someone sleep with so many men in such a short period of time? The real father is out there watching and thinking, Lord, please don't let her remember me. I just watched her first appearance and I'm so confused how she went from, it was just a one-time thing, I love my husband, to 12. She said that she slept around behind her husband back just one time, but it ended up being 12 different possibilities. Huh? That don't even add up. I be on Shade Room, the comments be like, the math ain't mathing.